What's going on, you guys? So I had no idea that this happened. This was sent to me. As you can see in the title, someone got swatted and they ended up paralyzed. I'm going to watch it in its entirety. I'm going to try not to jump in and try not to get pissed off as I watch this as well. So you try not to get pissed off either, but let's get through this and then let's talk about it afterward.
Yeah, that's right. Now, they filed a notice of claim, and in Arizona, you have to file this notice and give the department 60 days to respond before filing that lawsuit. Now, this all stems, though, from a fake 911 call known as swatting. Now, this 24-year-old's life has changed forever. 24. His attorney and a retired FBI agent saying this was all preventable. You're told from a young age,
believing in the system.
We want to be able to go to them for protection.
If you're in trouble,
911, what's the emergency, please?
Call the police. And that's what 24-year-old Axel Melendez did on April 8th.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Axel is a video gamer. He had been hacked.
Melendez's attorney, Dave Sethi, says Axel called 911 saying he could soon be a victim of swatting, blackmailed by a stranger overseas for money.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. No, this is terrible, man. I had no idea that it was going to be like this. So somebody hacked him and they probably called as if they were from his house. What the
They're saying that they're going to call like the station and say that I have a bomb and stuff and come to my address and stuff like that.
The police tell him, don't worry about it.
No, it's okay, but they can't, like, nothing's going to happen.
And 2 days later...
Hey, is this Axel?
Yes.
Hi, okay, you said that your father shot your sister?
This was in April?
At 5:40 in the morning, a 911 call from someone posing as Axel Melendez reporting an active shooting. Pima County Sheriff's deputies arrived at the Melendez house, thinking a girl had been shot.
Axel is justifiably relying on the promises that the police gave to him.
In this body camera video from that response, a deputy breaks a back window into Axel's room.
Bro.
You can hear Melendez in the video screaming for help. His mother also inside the home calling 911, the two not knowing who was breaking in.
And he gets his family's legal registered handgun and he cowers behind a door hiding.
You can see Melendez hiding in the closet, not pointing the gun at the deputies, but that's followed by multiple shots.
And I walked towards my son. He was on the floor. I walked towards him. He said, I love you, Mom.
His mother called.
Bro, hold on a second. This is too much incompetence for me, bro. It's just way too much incompetence. Ultimately, that's what it is. You know, how many times are you going to say, oh, our thoughts and prayers? Oh, we need to give him better training. What kind of brain dead moron do you have to be to break a window going into a house and not you know, like, for example, if you call in for a customer service call for anywhere, there's a log. If you called in 2 days ago, they know exactly what you called about, right? Now, obviously, it's different in police work and emergencies. You have to be quick. Right? You have to get up, get out there and get to the scene. But at some point you have to say, wait a second, this guy called 2 days ago saying that somebody's trying to either impersonate him or he was hacked. And then you have to proceed with caution. Like, even if, look, you broke the window, all right. You got in the house, okay. But to unload the clip, no, to say that this is incompetence is an understatement. This is...
Norman watched as her son bled on the floor.
This is disgusting.
Axel did everything right. Less than 2 days later, they show up and betray every promise they made to him.
The bullet struck various parts of Melendez's body, leaving him paralyzed from the chest down with a T4 spinal cord injury, unable to walk.
At the end of the day, the ultimate responsibility is by the criminal who swatted the victim. But law enforcement has to rise to the call and look at crime is changing.
John Yanarelli, a retired FBI special agent, says from the current information, there was a misstep. And as swatting calls become
You think?
more and more frequent, responding law enforcement needs to take the minute to think before reacting, and to check to see if this is a known swatting target. A life lesson you learn from a young age.
We tell our kids, find the helpers in your community.
Melendez now regrets putting to use. Yeah, so Axel and his mother are asking for a total of $320 million from Pima County Sheriff's Department and also Pima County. Now, right now, the county and the Sheriff's Department have 60 days to respond to this. We have reached out to the Sheriff's Department today and his office, and they said right now the sheriff does not comment on pending litigation. In the newsroom tonight, Austin Walker for Arizona's Family.
Bro, incompetence. These guys need to be relieved of their duties. These guys are, it's an absolute travesty that these folks are called police officers. What exact city is this? I know it's in Arizona, but this is outrageous. It isn't like they mentioned something about if there's a history of swatting. Dude, swatting has been around for a long time. I remember years ago when Speed was like 16, 15, 17 years old, something like that, he was swatted. Thankfully, no shots were fired and cooler heads prevailed, and people used that piece of meat between their ears called their brain, and that situation was sorted and they understood that it was a swatting call. But how does this happen now when swatting has been a thing for like over a decade or more now, right? And let me just quickly look over here, see what the people are saying, because I want to see if I'm the only one thinking this. Okay, no. So the very first comment, every swatting call should be an attempted murder charge. I agree. Think about this for a second. I just mentioned something that happened maybe 5 to 6 years ago, but I'm quite certain that this has been happening for well over a decade, if not more. And it's unfortunately very prominent in the gaming community. You know, people think it's funny, and it's not even just little kids or teenagers now. There are people in their 20s, men, adults, that do this and think that this is humorous. It's not funny, right? Now look, first of all, I feel so bad for this guy, 24 years old, you know, strength to him and his family throughout this incident that should have never happened. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen moving forward. $320 million suit. I can almost guarantee that there will be some sort of settlement out of court. These officers should be relieved of their duties. They should never serve anywhere in the country ever again. And they definitely need to do some sort of reform to make sure that there has to be a minimum of an attempted murder charge every time this happens. Think about it. In any scenario, they use these opportunities to what's the phrase I'm looking for? To like make an example out of somebody, right? To deter folks from doing it again. Think about it. If somebody was to try to attempt to take a life of a police officer, it's life in prison. So guess what? Nobody tries to take the life of a police officer because they don't want to spend the rest of their life in prison. If you start charging these idiots with attempted murder, swatting will stop. It's starting to get ridiculous. It's a waste of the resources. It's a waste of the officer's time, right? And it's like, at the end of the day, I'm not here to feel sorry for the cops because they're doing their job. Look, you have to do your job to the best of your ability. You can't be breaking windows with shovels and not doing your due diligence and doing, I was about to say what you were trained to do, but the training is obviously dog shit, right? But you got to start making an example out of these people so they stop doing it. I just saw the other day, there was I think it was a streamer. They said it was a streamer. He got swatted in a mall. He's just walking in the mall and somebody made a call saying that he has a weapon. It's starting to get out of control. It's starting to get ridiculous, and eventually somebody's going to get hurt, and they should not wait until a life is lost before they start making an example out of people. This guy can never walk again. He's paralyzed from the chest down. Whoever did this, they need to investigate it, go overseas, do whatever you have to do, and charge that idiot with attempted murder. This is pissing me off. All right, you guys. 24 years old. I'll talk to you guys.